Hello and welcome. My name is Christina from Empowered Creator. I am a mindset and conscious manifesting teacher and coach, and this is my YouTube channel. Here I talk about all things law of assumption, mindset, conscious manifesting, the quantum universe, and a lot more. And my goal is to simplify everything without the fluff. So if you guys like this content and you would like to see more of it, I would love it if you would subscribe to this channel, comment on this video, like it, share it, and stick around. Also, if you need help with your specific situation, I offer one-on-one coaching, email coaching, small group coaching, as well as custom subliminals for whatever needs you may have. Also, you may want to check out my new mini course, Telepathically Connect with Your Specific Person. So if you're interested in any of these services, the links are below in the description box. Click on them and they're going to take you to my website. With all that being said, let's dive into today's video. In today's video, I want to address a question that I'm being asked quite often, especially here in comments. And the question is, if two people are manifesting the same desire, whether that's an SP, whether that's a job, whether it is any other desire that you may perceive as competitive one way or another, who wins? If two people want the same thing, if two people are manifesting the same thing, who wins? So this is what I'll be discussing in today's video. Stay tuned. So the answer to this question from the conscious manifesting point of view and from the law of assumption point of view is actually quite simple. Before I go on to answer the question itself, I want to remind you guys that there are infinite realities. As conscious manifestors, we're able to decide what our reality is, and we are able to choose our own reality. We are able to choose how we want to shape our own reality. Let's take the example of two people manifesting the same specific person, okay? So there is a reality where you are the one who is together with your specific person. There's another reality where the quote-unquote competitor is with your specific person. There is another reality where neither one of you is with a specific person. There is another reality where neither one of you even knows that person. And there are infinite other realities where even that specific person might not be that specific person. Maybe their profession is different. Maybe they're a different gender. Maybe they live in a different country. Maybe their age is different, etc., etc. Like I said, all realities exist. I also want to remind you, from the point of view of conscious manifesting and from the point of view of the law of assumption, the way you perceive your reality is uniquely yours. This means the lens with which you view reality, the lens with which you interpret things, the meaning you give to things, the expectations that you form, the conclusions that you draw about things that are happening in your life, the assumptions and the beliefs that you form, the thoughts that you're thinking, the feelings that you're having, and in general, how you perceive reality, how you perceive yourself in this reality, how you perceive other people in this reality, and every situation you come across is uniquely yours. You receive reality through your environment, and that gets filtered through your own unique mind filters. And so that means the way you perceive reality, the way that you get to experience your 3D is uniquely yours. What is also uniquely yours is what you expect out of the 3D, how you decide to shape your 3D, because the decision is always yours, the power is always in your own hands. And so your reality, your 3D reality is yours and only yours. So then what is the answer to the question, if two people are manifesting the same thing, whether that's a person, a job, money, a career, anything it might be, who wins? Who wins, you guys? The answer is as simple as it depends on what your reality is. In other words, it all depends on what you assume and what you decide. Let's say you're manifesting a specific person and you are aware or you think that another person is also manifesting the same person. Who is going to win? The answer to that is the person who you perceive as the winner is going to win. And what do I mean by that? If, let's say, you have a super strong self-concept, if you think you are the best, if you think you and your specific person are the best match, if you assume and believe that your specific person has eyes for nobody else but you, then guess what happens? You are the one who wins over your specific person. You are the one who, in your reality, is together with your specific person. You are the one who gets to be with that person. If, however, you have a lower self-concept and you're very insecure and you're doubting everything and you're questioning yourself and you're second-guessing who you are, your worth, your value, etc., etc., and you're afraid that the other person might be better than you, superior to you, a better match with your specific person than you are, if you're afraid and worried that your specific person likes the other person better, then guess what happens? The other person wins over the specific person. The other person gets to be together with your specific person, even if that is your reality. Now, understand and realize that this is still your decision. This is still your assumption. This is still your belief. And that is what you see played out into the 3D. The power is still in you. The power is always in your hands. It just depends on what you decide, what you assume, what you believe, and what you expect. So it's not like there's an outside force deciding who gets the specific person. It all depends on your perceptions, your perspective, and your own assumptions, your own beliefs, your own expectations, and your own total dominant energy. If you assume that your specific person chooses you and only you, then you win. If you assume, however, that your specific person chooses the other person, then the other person wins. But the decision still lies in you. It always lies in you. If you perceive of someone else as a competitor for a job, and you assume that you're better than them, you're a better fit for the job is yours, then the job is yours. If, however, you perceive the other person as a stronger candidate, as a better match for the position, a better fit for the team, or whatever it might be, then even though it is your reality, they still get to win. However, and that's very important to remember, that's very important to always keep in mind, the decision is still yours. Because you assumed that the other person was better than you assumed that the other person was stronger than you assumed the other person was a better match than you. Same with a specific person example, you assumed that the other person was a better match for your specific person. You assumed that your SP liked the other person better. You were worried and you were insecure and you were doubting. And this is why it played out like that. But the good news is, even if you don't like how reality is playing out, even if you don't like how the 3D is showing things to you, you can always change them. You can always change your assumptions, work on changing your beliefs, work on changing your inner self-concept, work on changing how you see yourself, how you see your relationship, how you see other people, how you see your job prospects, the world in general, your life in general. And once these perceptions shift within you, then you get to experience something different in the 3D. So it's not really a matter of competition, because in reality, there is no competition. In reality, you are your only competition. You are your own self's only competition. So it's never a matter of you competing with anyone. It's a matter of whether you think you're competing with someone else, whether you think that you have competitors, whether you think you are threatened or your desires are threatened by other people. And if you think that, then yeah, maybe you lose out, depending on your assumptions. However, if you don't think that, if you don't perceive there to be any competition, if you realize that you are your own self's only competition, you are the competition, literally, then there is never any competition. Your desires are always yours by default. You are the best one, you are the strongest one, you are the best match, you are the best fit, you are the winner. However, you have to assume it and you have to expect it. You have to get into the state where you truly are the winner in your reality, whatever the desire might be. So my advice to you and my suggestion would be to avoid getting into the trap of feeling like there's competition, feeling like you're threatened or your desire is not certain, or maybe someone else gets your desire. All these things come from lower ego states, and all these things, all these assumptions come from fears, they come from insecurities. They don't come from the place of having a strong, healthy self-concept and of seeing yourself as the winner, seeing yourself as the best person, as the best one, as the only one. Because ultimately, like I said, you are your only competition. Your desire is only threatened by other people if you decide that it is, if you assume that it is. If you don't, then you have no competition. Your desire is yours by default. So I hope this helps clarify this question. You don't need to get yourself into the process of thinking about competition, thinking about being threatened, thinking about other people potentially having your desire instead of you. You want to always assume that you are the winner, you are the best one, it is your reality, you get to claim it, you get to claim your desires, and you get to experience your desires, you and only you. With all that being said, I'm going to wrap up this video here. I intend that this has helped. As always, I very much appreciate you guys being on this channel, watching this content. I love making this content for you. And as always, I look forward to seeing you all at the next video. Until then, take care and bye-bye.